Nowhere near the final straight, and only a short head and a neck separates the three favourites. Just goal difference between Manchester United and Arsenal at the top of the Barclays Premier League going into the weekend, with Chelsea only 4 points further back, and all three contenders in action right here on Football First. Manchester United fans are being spoiled every week with the likes of Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez. Steve Coppell's Reading the latest to try and stop them, as they did at Old Trafford on the season's opening day. Our game of the day between Reading and Manchester United at Matejovsky is on the way. All 90 minutes coming up, then at 10:15 we're interactive with Match Choice and extended highlights from 6 of today's games from the Premier League. Screen 1 features a London derby with all to play for. Fulham facing a relegation fight against an Arsenal team anxious to get back on track after their Birmingham blip. Yes, Birmingham had shocked Arsenal by taking a point at the Emirates. Could they reproduce that form against Chelsea, another of the big hitters at St Andrews? Screen 2 for that one. Screen 3 takes us to White Hart Lane for unpredictable Tottenham against improving Sunderland. Roy Keane's side, though, still looking for their first win on the road. The Pompey faithful are delighted Harry's staying, and there was a new face, Lassana Diarra, making his debut against a Derby side heading for the Premier League exit door. That's Screen 4. Mark Hughes and Blackburn are back in the hunt for a top 6 place. Middlesbrough the opposition at Ewood. Screen 5 for that. And it's Screen 6 with Fabio Capello in attendance for our game of the day. Reading out to cause an upset, and it would be a huge upset against a United side which destroyed Newcastle last time out. Match Choice, when we go interactive, starts at 10:15. That's when you need to press the red button on your remote and then choose the appropriate number. You can chop and change between these games by pressing the backup button, and there'll be plenty of reminders of the match menu throughout the programme. And if you're a Sky Plus viewer and want to record your team's game during Match Choice, go to Football First on your TV guide. Press the select button and then choose the match you want to record and press the R button. Later, Nigel Winterburn will discuss the day's action and stories, including Kevin Keegan's return to the helm at Newcastle. Well, now to our game of the day. Manchester United moved back to the top with that awesome attacking display against Newcastle. So Reading, on a run of 3 consecutive league defeats, faced a massive task at the Matejovsky. Reading made 2 changes from the side beaten at Aston Villa in their last Premier League outing. Leroy Lita and Bobby Convey returned. Cruz dropped to the bench, while Ingimarsson was ruled out by a groin injury. Manchester United made 3 changes from the side that hammered Newcastle. Ji-Sung Park, Owen Hargreaves and Wes Brown all returned. Ryan Giggs and John O'Shea dropped to the bench, while Anderson missed out. Commentary comes from Trevor Francis and Martin Tyler.
Manchester United to kick off, mindful of the fact that Liverpool lost here last month, but they couldn't win here last season or overcome a system of man-for-man marking which Steve Coppell employed at Old Trafford on the opening weekend of this campaign. But as the referee Steve Bennett prepares to start this match, Trevor Francis, it looks as though we're going to see a different side of Reading, certainly different in terms of personnel, but they're lined up to attack rather than try and block off the opposition as they did up in Manchester.
Yes, good afternoon everyone. I was at Villa Park last week where I saw a severely depleted defensive Reading struggle against Aston Villa. Problem compounded today with the injury to Gunnarsson, but it is a very attacking lineup. I suppose when you have all these problems, the last team you want to be playing against currently is Manchester United.
Yes, Reading's resources stretched today. Sir Alex's problems, really who to leave out. Park, Rooney. Park takes it on, Tevez. Ronaldo waiting ominously with a run at Nicky Shorey. Reading getting back. Ronaldo gets his shot goalwards, but not in the end quite on target. Hahnemann relieved it past wide of his left-hand post.
Well, it's no surprise the first effort of the afternoon comes from Manchester United, and no surprise it comes from the very much in-form Ronaldo. I think many felt he was going to go one-on-one on the outside of Shorey. Clever little trick, brings the ball back onto the left side, but his shot, trying to beat Hahnemann at the near post, just goes past that near post area.
Manchester United have won 7 of their last 8 in the Premier League. Reading have lost their last 3. Murty. Shorey is another one that Fabio Capello will be able to have a look at here with a recent England experience. Lita, who finished last season as a strong member of the under-21 setup, but just hasn't been able to carry on with that sort of form in his club football. He's been talking of his frustrations. He's been able to talk the talk. He's been given the chance to walk the walk here and see what he can do against Manchester United, who attack with Rooney. Murty a bit unsure of whether to go or check. Rooney looked for Tevez. Others were getting back for Reading. He flew at Kitson, who did well to make something of that, to find Shorey. Here's the American Bobby Convey. And Reading streaming players into the Manchester United penalty area. Quite work it into the crossing position because Shorey was onside and the pass was played, but the pass wasn't played at him by Convey.
I'm not so sure that last pass was needed, with Doyle, Lita and Kitson all waiting for the ball in the box. Possibly the early ball in from Convey would have been the better option. Just a word, Martin, about Capello being here. I think he's rather fortunate that he's come to this game this afternoon and to see Hargreaves and Carrick together. Hargreaves constantly bothered with injury. He hasn't played too often with Carrick, also due to the outstanding form, of course, of Anderson. But they are together today. It's a good opportunity for Capello to run the rule over the two of them.
Rooney. Stabbed forward by Brown. It's awkward for Tevez. Brown goes in again with a raised foot. The most advisable thing to do in the current climate, but he at least stayed on his feet.
Well, he certainly did stay on his feet, and his intentions were always to try and win the ball. There was no suggestion of any intent to harm Hunt. He only had eyes to one thing, and that was the ball.
Hunt's filled in the middle of midfield in matches. This is a new departure for him in the Premier League to start as a central midfield man. Bags of energy, of course. So too has Sir Alex Ferguson, whose hunger and desire, if anything, increases with each passing year. Talk about who's going to succeed him when you hear managers like Mark Hughes being mentioned for other jobs and a one-time successor at Manchester United maybe, but whoever is going to come into that particular coveted chair, I think they're going to have quite a weight. Here's Doyle, sliding in with Evra on the Reading striker, turned wide midfield man today. And Tevez is offside as Manchester United tried to counter-attack.
Well, that was encouraging defending there from Reading, holding a very high line, no more than 2 yards away from the halfway line, but it was sufficiently good enough to catch Tevez in an offside position.
Shorey to take the Reading free kick. An isolated Doyle, who's very good in the air, against Evra, who of course is a smaller man. You might see a fair bit of that from Reading. Doyle this time gets a cross in. Kitson. Handed away by Vidic, and then Evra. Doyle goes again. Evra again. There's a foot high from Harper. It's a free kick against the Reading midfield man.
I always think that's one of the most difficult decisions for any referee to actually give that, because fair enough, the foot was slightly raised by Harper, but trying to establish whether there was any contact, always difficult.
Followed away by Cisse in his first season here. Playing in Portugal, he's a Frenchman. He challenges Tevez. Brown gave it to Rooney, immediately dictated the return pass with his movement. Where's Brown? And he's still involved. Tevez. There's Ronaldo's on the outside, and so too to Reading, to their discomfort. Hargreaves. And now Ferdinand. Tevez trying to whip it in. Brown has stayed well forward, and Reading trying to meet Manchester United fire with fire of their own, but the ability to get the opposition burnt. Manchester United carry such strength in that respect. Hargreaves, Hunt, wrestling and harassing. So Hargreaves did well to keep the ball, and the interception by Murty. A real driving battle there, and Rooney adjudged to have fouled. Reading trying to take the free kick quickly, and just took a bit of gloss off the moment in doing so. Rooney wasn't happy with the decision. He certainly got the legs on Murty, really, but a bit of pushing, Trevor.
Once again, very difficult for the linesman to make a decision. He certainly caught the eye of the referee, Steve Bennett, who appeared to be happy to let play continue. But he reacted to the linesman's flag. Probably just a little bit over-aggressive play from Wayne Rooney, but particularly good to see him backtracking after Evra gave the ball away quite easily.
Hunt. Convey has just hooked it away from Brown, and looks for the run of Lita, who's got away from Ferdinand. In goes Kitson. He's still there. Vidic did brilliantly, and the free kick goes against Reading. Kitson says, was it me? But he thought for a fraction of a second that he'd got an open goal.
Well, Lita almost announced his return to the team with a goal. Good save from Van der Sar, but an equally impressive stop from Vidic to deny what would have been a certain goal from Kitson. His eyes must have lit up, Kitson, because he could quite clearly see the goal totally uncovered. He knew that Van der Sar was out of his goal, but a great last-ditch challenge from Vidic saved Manchester United from conceding.
Hasn't trained much this week, Dave Kitson, mostly because of a sore knee. He was checking it out a couple of hours before kick-off on the pitch here. Came through assessments check okay. Carrick. Michael Carrick with a driving run of his own, and maybe an option either side.
He was caught too far.
Yeah. Here's Convey. Now Doyle. Quick counter-attack from Reading. And Evra twice denies Doyle the crossing potential. It's interesting to see Carrick, who doesn't always carry the ball that far, and looks for the pass. Maybe taking on a different kind of responsibility.
I think on that occasion he was thinking about shooting, then changed his mind, wanted to play it wide to Ronaldo, caught in two minds, gave the ball away. But what a response from Reading. It really is end-to-end stuff.
Murty's throw, it's got all the way over Lita and Ferdinand. Good defensive header by Rooney, and then Hunt just turned it into Tevez's path, and Rooney picks out Ronaldo, and Nicky Shorey wants some reinforcements around him. Cisse's gone across, but he's left Park in doing so. Ronaldo hits the shot, and these days you're a bit surprised when he doesn't hit the back of the net. That's two efforts in the opening 10 minutes from this superstar.
Well, Ronaldo surely must have heard Brown making progress behind him. He was coming like a steam train to make 2-on-1, but he elects not to use him. just moves the ball onto his right, makes a yard, smashes the ball at the near post, and once again, like his earlier shot, doesn't get it on target.
Harper, Doyle, looking for Lita, and just couldn't drop it over the head of Ferdinand. Important header from the Manchester United skipper today. And goes Cisse, back by Ferdinand. Cisse tussling with Tevez, and Tevez comes out with a pass that's got Rooney on the run. I just feel that a first goal can't be long in coming here, as both sides are going at it hammer and tongs. Sir Alex Ferguson could have been facing Reading, of course, next weekend, but Reading lost that chance when they were beaten here by Spurs in the third-round FA Cup replay. It's Tottenham have got the doubtful privilege of going to Old Trafford for round 4.
Good example there of the upper body strength of Tevez. He's so strong trying to hold off Cisse. Cisse forced into giving a free kick away.
Free kick which Carrick just rolls back to Ferdinand. Tevez lets it run, gets it back from Rooney. Tevez, and Hahnemann diverts it. Just for a second it looks as though it might go under the Reading goalkeeper, but
well, once again, great understanding from the front two. Tevez leaves it, Rooney gives it back. Once again, great upper body strength, and on this occasion the shot does force Hahnemann into making a save at the near post.
That's Vidic, whose goals for Manchester United have all been headers.
He'd be slightly disappointed that he don't get this header on target, because he certainly makes the ball his own as the corner from Park is swinging away. He makes a determined run, gets the header away, but not on target. At the other end, just prior to that, that was that brilliant interception from Vidic, saving United.
Ronaldo, Hargreaves. So different to the match at Old Trafford in August, when every Manchester United player had a partner, a man-to-man marker. And with a bit of good fortune as well, Steve Coppell's side shut out Manchester United, playing then the first game in the defence of their league title. Carrick, Ronaldo. And that was a little over-ambitious maybe.
Well, 3 shots from Ronaldo, 3 off target, but you can't fault his enthusiasm and his confidence.
John Matejovsky with some famous company there in comedy duo French and Saunders. He likes his show business friends, the Reading chairman. Kitson, Lita, offside, even when it was a tackle back that...
I think you could call that a double offside, because on the initial ball he was clearly offside. There you can see he was offside, and when it comes back from the header from Kitson, he's even clearer offside.
But it's just to be safe, played it. But here's Rooney at the other end with a lovely bit of control, and Hahnemann also showing good judgment to get it at Wayne Rooney's feet.
Well, you can't take your eyes off this game for 1 second. Straight through ball from Van der Sar, puts Rooney in, and his touch, if it had been tighter, he would have been in for a goal-scoring opportunity. And you can see the reaction on Rooney's face. He's disappointed with himself, and rightly so.
Harper, stopped by Carrick. Ronaldo's ball, and Tevez has just drifted away from Cisse, who poked with the one-on-one. Picks a pretty decent pass from the back as well to Convey. This must be a joy for the Manchester United players, who are often faced by teams trying to stifle them. Doyle, away from Hargreaves. Lita. Harper. Flag up against Kitson. That so easily could have been a really flying start for the Royals. Bennett quite happy that Vidic's block was a fair one.
You mentioned that the Manchester United players are enjoying this game. I think Steve Bennett's also enjoying it, because it's been a relatively easy opening 17 minutes. He's had very little to do. Unnoticed, that's the way it should be. But going away, going around doing his job in an uncomplicated fashion at the moment. Let's hope it stays that way.
Well, this trip to the Middle East that's coming up for Manchester United. They play an exhibition match in Saudi Arabia on Monday. A few concerns for the management when they've been checking the temperatures that haven't been particularly high in that region until 24 hours or so ago. And here's Rooney to raise the temperature here for Manchester United. Evra pushes Hunt over. Well, he made Vidic play it so that Reading got the throw.
Just a word about Ronaldo, Martin. After a particularly impressive start on the right-hand side, he's now swap with Park. Whether this is temporary, we don't know the answer to that, but he's now playing on the left, and Park's gone out onto the right-hand side.
His job now is to close down Shorey. Controlled it beautifully on his chest. Hustling and bustling by Lita. Goes Harper on the touch of Hargreaves. It wasn't instant control by any means. Harper wondering whether he could have made a way forward for a quick long ball from Shorey, but it didn't come. Ingimarsson, he can't hesitate against Manchester United. Tevez has to check. He knew Rooney would have gone offside, and he's still offside. It was closer in the end. Rooney finishes, but it doesn't count for him.
Well, it was good play from Tevez, because he realised that Rooney was initially offside. Rooney checked his run, tried to stay onside, but when he eventually gave the ball to him, you could see that he was clearly in an offside position. There it goes. Not much in it, but the linesman definitely got it right.
Just feeling the stadium, which of course is full to capacity, but even the Reading fans maybe not holding out so much hope for their team, but just enjoying the fact that being in the Premier League allows them to see teams like Manchester United at such close quarters. The Reading players will be saying, oh, hang on, remember what we did to Liverpool just a few weeks back.
I also think, Martin, we heard the conference yesterday given by Kevin Keegan about the way that Newcastle fans enjoy coming to the stadium to see their players play. They want to see a good game of open football. They don't want to see a boring 1-0 win. I think that applies to many supporters, including Reading supporters. They don't want to see boring 0-0 defensive performances. They want to see their side have a go, and they're actually witnessing it this afternoon, and that's why they're getting so much praise at the moment.
There was a game here against Arsenal where Steve Coppell tried to park the bus, so to speak, in front of the goal, and Reading really were very cautious in front of their own fans. That didn't go down too well. Coming down not too well here was Ferdinand, but he's bounced up quickly. Murty anticipating the header from Doyle. He liked it just a bit in front of him, but Doyle able to get the cross in. Kitson heads down this time. Murty thinks he might seize this one. Never had other ideas. Hunt was charging in. Typical Reading, really. And it spins away for Harper. Lita far post. Couldn't stand it up beyond the tall goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar. And it's Manchester United's turn with Rooney. Murty out of position, and Rooney goes on. Great block by Cisse. Here's Carrick. And now Hargreaves. Tucked in by Park. Rooney going for it. And so too, more securely does Marcus Hahnemann. Started every one of Reading's games in the Premier League. Steve Coppell, incidentally, needs one more win for 100 in charge of Reading. It would be extra special at the expense of the club, for whom he played almost 400 matches. Manchester United winger. Carrick, Ronaldo. Tevez. Drops for Hargreaves. Carrick. Ronaldo. He's wrong-footed Hargreaves. He's got Kitson on the ball for Reading. Got Lita ahead of him, trying to stay onside. Kitson decides it's safer to go back rather than forward. He's on the ball again. Doyle coming in from the opposite flank. It's a shame, because that's something that again might work for Reading. Put ahead something that Doyle could have attacked in the air, but he was just struggling to get back and do anything with it at all.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Matthew. I think Martin, sorry, where did I get Matthew from?
Because he's your son.
Exactly. No, I think he needs a better service, Doyle. There's been occasions when he's been demanding the ball, but it hasn't quite come.
I'm thrilled to be an honorary member of your family, Trevor. And that's a bit of a bump in the back of Lita by Vidic. That's a free kick in a position of some possibility for Reading here. Van der Sar's asked for two in the wall. What have Reading got up their sleeves here? Hunt left-footed, Harper right-footed, the two options. Hunt takes it, up in the air off the head of Evra. A little poke at it by Van der Sar, comes back to Hunt again. He could have played it wide to Cisse, it comes back to Cisse. And that's deflected for a Reading corner.
Well, I think United would have expected better from Van der Sar. He elects to punch, doesn't get any distance on it. Park caught flat-footed, allowing Hunt to get to the ball first.
Now, Cisse did score recently in that extraordinary match at Spurs, the 6-4. Hahnemann have been beaten 6-4 and 7-4 Reading in away matches this season. Shorey takes, and Steve Bennett's seen a bit of a push in there. But again, Edwin van der Sar looking distinctly uncomfortable.
This is a good opportunity that Harper really had more time than what he actually realised. He could have been more composed and stood that ball up at the back post.
Ingimarsson, Kitson. Hunt tries to knock it wide to Convey. It's cleared by Brown. challenging back, but Rooney reacted to possession. Ronaldo's there, held off Cisse, he didn't hold off Hunt. Now this is within Cristiano Ronaldo's range.
I think every time Ronaldo goes to ground, there are always going to be complaints from the home supporters. I think Steve Bennett was correct on this occasion. He was clearly fouled, and this gives him an opportunity to get yet another shot away. He's already had 3, all off target. I should imagine he'll take this opportunity to shoot from the free kick.
Owen Hargreaves certainly is a bit of a specialist himself. He might have to take second place to the ambitions of Ronaldo, the Premier League leading scorer, of course, with 16, 22 goals, an incredible total in all competitions for Manchester United. There's still 4 months of the season to go. But it is Hargreaves, brilliant save! Top-class free kick from Owen Hargreaves, top-class goalkeeping from Marcus Hahnemann.
I think what made it even better was the lateness of the save. It appeared to be past him, then the left hand comes out to deny Hargreaves from scoring. A quite brilliant save.
Well, the ball seemed to be heading for a part of the goal where keepers usually can't reach, but Hahnemann gave a lie to that thought. Park, Brown, on Doyle. There's another of Reading's attackers. No Kitson there, trying to slam the door in Manchester United's face. I'm still wondering how they haven't taken the lead.
There's certainly a lot going on in that penalty box, Martin. Keep your eye on Lita, who's marking Ronaldo.
Shorey and Hunt have been left out, of smaller of stature, to lead a breakout here for Reading. Convey. They get a cross in on his weaker side. Hunt trying to tee up Doyle. Comes out to Harper. Comes out to Shorey. Now Convey. Hunt trying to help it on. Got too much of that bushy hair on it. But they're so quick to counter-attack Reading, because the Lita, who'd been marking Ronaldo, Tevez, as you rightly spotted, was charging forward and got himself into the penalty area as that attack built up, with Convey getting the ball on the right-hand side. It's a little slowing of the tempo, really, for the first time. Ferdinand finds Rooney. Park. Back for Rooney. Thinking half about shooting, and then for a little clip. He and Tevez got such an understanding going that it's often the preferred option by Rooney to look for Tevez. Got that one wrong. Now here's Lita trying to hold off Ferdinand, which takes a bit of doing. He's squared him up now. Doyle spins the way of Hargreaves, and there's room for Ronaldo. Cisse pursuing Tevez with plenty of vigour and gusto, and listen to what the home fans thought of that as they show their appreciation. And Manchester United still have the ball. Vidic, Carrick, Park. No, they won't get it. Reading held the line. But I would say that's one of the saves of the season from Marcus Hahnemann.
Well, we all expected Ronaldo to take the free kick. Hargreaves took it, and I thought from the moment it left his foot, it was destined for the back of the net. It was an exceptionally good save from Hahnemann.
Here comes Shorey for Reading. Easy header for Evra. Murty giving Park no time. It's been such an absorbing, attacking opening half an hour. And the highlight, really, and there's been plenty to choose from, is that. Postage stamp, it's in, it's not, says Hahnemann. Out comes Van der Sar. Kitson, he's got a goal to aim at, and back goes Ferdinand. So twice from very different distances, Dave Kitson has seen the ball at his feet with the Manchester United goalkeeper away from his base.
It was an absolutely brilliant effort from Kitson, and I think it was destined for the back of the net. Van der Sar would never have got this. Just watch his position, and Ferdinand cleverly goes back to deny Kitson. That would have been a goal.
Reading giving as good as they're getting here. And they have a corner. A little uncomfortable, Evra, with the fact he's being targeted by these balls being put in the air into his patch.
Well, that's what we've been suggesting they should do more often. On that occasion they did it, and they were in trouble, Manchester United.
They're in trouble here with the 2-on-1 at the corner, but quite go according to plan for Reading. Now it's a clever ball back from Murty. Convey, Kitson, and Hargreaves to the rescue for Manchester United.
Well, the cross from Convey is deflected off Ronaldo, puts it beyond the far post. Kitson above Ferdinand, and there's nobody at the back post except Hargreaves doing his defensive duty.
Reading on a bit of a roll here. Nicky Shorey corner. Ronaldo heads away, and that's the second time in quick succession. Reading maybe have just got a bit over-exuberant and given Steve Bennett the chance to blow the whistle and spoil the attacking potential for the home side. Nicely done by Murty. Kitson trying to be a little too clever that time. Here's Park. Hunt. But this, Trevor, is the spirit that got, and skill, that got Reading out of the Championship into the Premier League and got them to 8th in the table last season. A wonderful debut campaign in the big league for the club.
Absolutely, they've given as good as they've got in this first half. The only mystery to me is that we've been playing 35 minutes and there's no goal. Absolutely staggering.
Doyle lets it run. Steve Coppell, when we were all waiting to see who the New England head coach would be after Steve McLaren, used to joke that well, my name was in the papers, they spelt it wrong, they put an O on the end of it. Old international colleague of yours, Trevor, of course.
Steve Coppell, yeah, played many times with him. I admire the work that he's done since he's been in management. It's been a long time now, of course.
Yes, you might recall, he took Crystal Palace to an FA Cup final against Manchester United back in 1990. That's the present-day Manchester United trying to find a breakthrough against Steve Coppell's men here. One common theme between those times, and that's called Sir Alex Ferguson. Here's Brown. So Cisse heads away, Ronaldo's cross, he was so quick to fasten onto it again. It might have been a foul, but Steve Bennett's saying play on, so Manchester United still got the ball. And they've still got it with Tevez and Rooney. For Tevez. And when there's a deflection there, that might have been a really messy goal to concede, but Hahnemann was able to make the save. If he'd been taken by surprise here, you couldn't have blamed him.
Well, Rooney trying to set Tevez up, lets the ball run across him, and the shot, well, it eventually comes in, but I think it was deflected off Harper. But fortunately for him, his number one, Hahnemann, was very alert to the situation.
Hunt. Whoa, Kitson was coming in thinking that might have been his. It's a corner again for Reading.
What a big header that was from Evra, because Kitson got on the inside of Evra.
Taken quickly to Harper by Doyle. Comes out to Shorey, a miss-hit. Hunt. Strong work on the edge of his own area by Hargreaves. Murty looking for Lita. Climbed by Vidic. Park. Carrick making a run through the middle from midfield, leaving the space that Ferdinand is filling. Carrick. Rooney. It's the better of Harper. Oh, and Carrick able to turn and shoot. And that would have annoyed Steve Coppell, because there was much too much space for Michael Carrick from Reading's point of view.
It's not the kind of position that you expect Michael Carrick to arrive in, but with the ball at his feet, presented to him by Rooney, tried to get his shot away, but it was a good block that came in.
Brown's ball. Good defensive header by Cisse. Measured ball by Shorey. Might have been a foul by Lita on Vidic.
Well, clearly there's a little push there from Lita on Vidic, but I think his return to the side has been a definite plus today for Reading, because what he's done is he's made Manchester United turn around at the back, because he's got pace and he's prepared to run in behind, and he's certainly stretched the game.
Ronaldo. Foul not by Hunt but by Doyle.
He had no need to commit the foul there, Doyle, because clever work once again from Ronaldo, but Hunt actually read his intentions and he was ready to take possession of the ball. Little drag back, but Hunt, there he goes, he's about to win the ball.
Doyle left a foot in there. So often teams that raise their game against the bigger sides can do it for 35, 40 minutes, and then the hopes disappear before half-time. Reading stepping out, and then when it goes in, the header hits the post from Vidic, but the offside flag was up.
Well, Vidic believes he was onside. There were about 5 United players who were caught offside, but Ronaldo cleverly delays it. There was Vidic offside. I think he was just about offside.
Ian Gosling is the man with the flag on the far side.
I think Ronaldo needed to delay it just another split second, didn't he? He played it slightly too early.
Here is Ronaldo, touching it off to Rooney and going for a return ball, but Rooney was looking for a bit of time that wasn't there. Doyle. Flipping it up to Lita, looking for the runner from midfield, who's Hunt. And it's played a bit blind by Ferdinand. It's only gone to Bobby Convey here.
What a pity that was, the ball from Convey, overhit. Could see what he was trying to do. Kitson was isolated at the back post, one-on-one against Evra. That would have been very interesting for Reading if he could have produced a better ball.
He's not happy, Sir Alex. side have played a full part in this really flourishing first half. Build-up play from both teams has been very encouraging, full of numbers. Just been a case of letting one or two attackers try and chisel out an opening between them. And team attacks from both clubs. Inside the last 4 minutes of the first period here, it's still Reading 0, Manchester United 0.
They're trying to change one or two things, aren't they, on the touchline, Kyrgios and Alex Ferguson. Ronaldo, who had a little spell just now on the right-hand side, has gone back to the left again. That's interesting.
Steve Coppell, who's one of the great realists of the game. He knows that for all the good work that's gone into 42 minutes, not yet 45 minutes and half-time whistle. It would be great acclaim for Reading, not just for getting to half-time at 0-0, but for the way they've done it by trying to match Manchester United with their own attacking ambitions. You said earlier, Trevor, he's been a manager a long time. He knows the different scopes. Certainly quite prepared to put on a defensive formation if he feels it's the right thing to do. He hasn't felt that today, just the opposite, in fact. It's been good watching from Fabio Capello, seat in the director's box, to I'm sure all of you watching around the globe. And here's Murty. Doyle. And Hargreaves with him. Just couldn't quite wrap his foot round it to bend it anywhere near to Lita. Kitson's down at the moment. Harper, not sure all his teammates are aware of that. The referee has stopped the play. It is a head injury.
It was the left arm of Vidic, wasn't it, that caught Kitson as he went to get elevation using his arm. It came across the face of Kitson, catching him around the ear area, but certainly no intent to inflict damage on Kitson. It was a good jump from the big centre-half.
Just to continue one of your themes, Trevor, Carlos Queiroz talking to Cristiano Ronaldo during that injury break. There obviously is something with maybe the positioning of Ronaldo, or indeed maybe what's happening with Manchester United. They're getting the ball that they're not happy about down in that dugout. Kitson's back on. Carrick. Hargreaves. Intercepted by Shorey. Now Murty. Doyle. Short for the skipper, but Murty picks his way out of the problem. Harper. Good football from Reading, very good football. It's released Hunt here. Now, Vidic and Ferdinand, not to mention Van der Sar's had some awkward moments in this first half. Certainly know that they're in a game at the Matejovsky Stadium here. Just one added minute. Harper clips it in. Probably just had to run around the referee to get there ahead of Tevez, but he made that. Shorey. Hunt. Still got plenty of numbers in there, Reading. Shorey. And one of those numbers, Leroy Lita, says he didn't get the final touch, but Steve Bennett was perfectly placed to point for the goal kick. Summing up of the first half, Trevor?
Well, it's been an excellent first half. I think Reading can feel very pleased with what they've achieved in the first half, because they're very much in this game. Depleted through serious injuries defensively. They've come in at 0-0. They'll be more than happy with that.
It's been a feast for Fabio Capello and Sir Trevor Brooking to watch. Despite no goals, despite the best efforts of Ronaldo and Tevez, and Owen Hargreaves' free kick, which produced a truly phenomenal save from Marcus Hahnemann. But applause all round. Reading 0, Manchester United 0 at half-time.
The fans are wondering how it's still goalless between Reading and Manchester United. Well, one of the reasons is Marcus Hahnemann and his amazing save from Owen Hargreaves. At 10:15 we go interactive, and included in Match Choice is our Screen 1 game, the London derby between Fulham and Arsenal. But now back to the Matejovsky Stadium and our commentators Trevor Francis and Martin Tyler.
No changes for Steve Coppell, and he'll want no change to the application and endeavour. Been tinkering around with different formations in recent matches, the Reading manager, but certainly so far his players look really happy with the way they've been set up today. It's given them the opportunity to have a crack so far at Manchester United. Carrick. Trevor Francis, no surprise that for you that Giggs has come on?
No, I thought going forward, Manchester United with Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo always looked effective when they had the ball at their feet. Can't quite say the same about Park. Looked a little bit out of sorts in the first half, so it's no surprise that either Ryan Giggs or Nani were brought into the game.
That's done by Murty. Extravagant back heel, something he's renowned for. Not quite as much as Giggs, who just slotted into the left-hand side and taken on the captain's armband. Shorey, fire it through the middle. Lita to chivvy away at Vidic here, and he's done just that, and all the defender from Serbia could do is put it out. Caught by Hargreaves. Hunt. Kitson, which heads away only to Doyle. Murty fasting onto the loose ball again. Manchester United rather pinned into this part of the pitch at the moment. Giggs gets the foot in acrobatically. And it runs here for Rooney. Tevez. Ronaldo. The Convey did very well to get back. It wasn't quite for Ronaldo in the end. And Convey gets another touch, otherwise Rooney would have been in. Two important pieces of defending from the Reading wide man Bobby Convey.
Well, certainly Steve Coppell will appreciate the work here from Convey. The initial clearance was excellent, just a little touch there, but it was enough to take the ball away from Rooney.
Manchester United lined up on the edge of the penalty area, with the exception of Tevez, who's making a nuisance of himself if he can around the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper's in trouble. And, well, we're looking at the assistant Martin Yerbeen. There's no flag. But here's Wes Brown. Out comes Hahnemann, and Hunt misses his kick. Bit of a panic here generally for Reading. Evra steps in. Can Manchester United still cash in with Ferdinand? Carrick's on the move. Giggs, we've taken the initial corner. Ferdinand. Carrick has to come back out again to Giggs. And that should be Hahnemann's, even though it bounced awkwardly in front of him. Really pleased to hang on. Trevor.
Well, that's the corner comes in from Giggs over the head of Kitson. And And how lucky was Hahnemann there as he pushes the ball against his own player, the back of Kitson, and very nearly goes into the goal. But what a goal line clearance that is from Cisse.
Any contact from Vidic and Manchester United would have been one up, and Hahnemann would have been a bit embarrassed about it all. But Cisse has been playing mostly in midfield in his short time. It's only half a season he's had here in Reading, but in at the back today, and well, that was dramatic defending. Giggs. Murty sliding it up to Leroy Lita. Hunt. Wasn't the best ball back to Lita. Carrick. Giggs can't get there. Murty. Doyle setting off. He does like playing up the middle, Kevin Doyle, but doing a job for the team again in a wide position. Cisse doing a magnificent task a few moments ago. Seemed an impossible task, but he rescued Reading right on the line. Hargreaves, challenge from both sides. Doyle makes here for Harper, who knew where Convey was. Almost through for Lita. Almost.
Just wonder, you know, if that pass from Convey actually took Lita by surprise. It's a very clever disguise from Convey, and it was inches away from Lita.
Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez coming in, and taken from the very studs of Carlos Tevez by a very brave Marcus Hahnemann.
Well, that was good goalkeeping from Hahnemann. Rooney plays it inside Shorey to Ronaldo, takes control, fires the ball across the face of the goal. Tevez goes in a little bit late. Not too many complaints from Hahnemann. I would have seen goalkeepers there on another day roll about, complaining that they've been caught from Tevez. He clearly had a point, but this is brilliant defending from Cisse. One or two claims that it was over the line, but absolutely not. Cisse prevented that ball from going over the line. And this is the pass that really surprises Lita. Just catches him a little bit flat-footed on his heels. Otherwise, he'd have been in for a goal-scoring opportunity.
But another encapsulation of the excitement of this match. Still hasn't produced a goal. 6 minutes into the second half. Tevez on the radar with Rooney, but really not quite on the radar with the ball. Cisse trying to see it out. Dangerous game. Rooney's not going to give it up. Cisse again. Having a run in the team. His sixth start in a row, and it's showing the confidence that he's got now.
That's a good example there of Rooney's footballing brain working overtime, because Cisse just allowing the ball, or trying to allow the ball to go out for a goal kick. Rooney knew exactly what Cisse's intentions was.
Tevez across here to Ferdinand. Ronaldo. Goes wide to Brown, but the precision that the right back wanted. Just for a moment, a bit of frustration on the bench, but just for the moment it looked as though Cristiano Ronaldo had got Reading sort of squared up and would be ready to take on with his own bewitching ball skills. Went for the pass instead, which was the safer option. It wasn't a very good pass, and here's Giggs driving one at the feet of Rooney. Calm down, says Steve Bennett to Wes Brown. And Reading in a hurry, but they've got to take it from the right place. Has a look at a man who doesn't know quite how he's going to get through the next 35 minutes or so. He'd Loves a final whistle to go, and his team in this position might get better. Brown's throw. Carrick. Hahnemann read it well.
He did read it well. It was all about his starting position. Great early ball from Carrick. Surely appreciated by Rooney. But he's been good this afternoon, Hahnemann.
Slightly casual from Ferdinand, but retrievable for Evra. He's played it and spun off, but didn't play it to a teammate. Brown. Now Ronaldo scored in this fixture last season. It was an equaliser after a Doyle penalty had given Reading the lead. Brown. Oh, and bit of an awkward skip on the bounce of the ball for Hahnemann. Made some great saves, but ridden his luck a couple of times.
I think it was the fact that Ingimarsson at the last second ran in front of him, really took his eye off the ball for a split second and rather confused Hahnemann.
Ferdinand. He's just loping the edge of the penalty area, left to centre. Kept at shorter order by Brown and Ferdinand, and Carrick here. Tevez trying to get free. Hargreaves. Problem Reading have got, they can just be lulled into a full sense of security, as Manchester United can just flick a switch and undermine the best efforts, and there have been really a lot of those from Reading so far today.
We saw Evra there attempting to get forward, only about the first time in the game. What it's done with Doyle playing there is prevented him from getting into an attacking position, because he's so important for United going forward.
Hargreaves. Giggs. Looking for Tevez. The Shorey was tight. Wally Downs and Kevin Dillon, assistants to Steve Coppell, constantly patrolling the technical area, cajoling the players into the right positions they feel. Oh, and Hahnemann's kick has put some of them in the wrong position, but it was the fault of the goalkeeper, not the back line. And Shorey decides to play it, played it out. Maybe it wouldn't have been a goal kick, or maybe he just didn't trust Hahnemann kicking the ball again. Ferdinand. Nice interplay with Michael Carrick, and Ferdinand showing the right sort of ambition for Manchester United. Brown as well. Ferdinand still forward with an attacker's touch. Oh, and he deserved to be the provider of an opening goal there. Ronaldo shows that he is human after all.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Ronaldo's movement. Gets across the front of Murty. Great ball in from Ferdinand, but the shot, as like have been so many this afternoon from Ronaldo, doesn't hit the target.
It was brilliant play by Ferdinand, with attitude and ability. Giggs.
Martin, we're approaching the hour mark. We're now starting to get into a little period when it becomes more and more difficult for players to maintain those fitness levels, their concentration, the discipline. Reading have done it for an hour. Can they do it for the next half an hour? very, very difficult, but if they do so, they will get a fantastic result. Can Manchester United stay disciplined, not panic? They've probably been in this position on many, many occasions, so it's not too dissimilar to one or two occasions this season when they found themselves at 0-0 after an hour. They've got the players, of course, to break the opposition down.
Remember, they started the season, they scored only 7 goals, Manchester United, in their first 8 Premier League games. Scoring hasn't been a problem recently, but there's been no breakthrough as yet, and we're wondering about the strength of their back line. Convey does well to find Shorey, who does even better to find Convey. Hunt. Look forward, first time by Rooney and then by Giggs. Good pace by Cisse. Tevez chasing has brought some reward, he's on the ball. Been a real head-to-head from these two clubs for an hour. It's the last third of the game to determine a winner here. Hargreaves. That's Rooney! Well, wasn't as close as it might have appeared to be when it left that famous right foot.
He's entitled to take the shot because there's nobody that comes to close him down. He finds himself usually in a lot of space. And once again, I've said it on many occasions this afternoon, the shot doesn't hit the target. That's been the biggest disappointment for this fellow this afternoon. The number of opportunities and shots they've had, but very few have tested the goalkeeper.
Rooney, Giggs, put out by Cisse. Kitson, 2 options to his left. Now it's Carrick for Manchester United, and Rooney, good first touch. And he goes for the shot, and Hahnemann's lost it, and Ingimarsson in a slide for the ball with Ryan Giggs as it broke loose off the Reading goalkeeper.
Once again, good save from Hahnemann, but he was also indebted to good defending from Ingimarsson to save the day, preventing Ryan Giggs from scoring.
Manchester United corner. Giggs, the second half substitute, to take it. Vidic going in. Brought out by Doyle. Got Convey going to the right. And Doyle ploughs on through the middle. Convey trying a killer ball, not necessarily for Doyle, 1 or 2 other runners as well, including the left-back Shorey, who's left Cristiano Ronaldo. Hunt's come across to try and block up that avenue, but that's not an easy thing to do. Ronaldo's cross, Giggs first to it.
Couldn't get any power on the shot, could he? But once again, the wide player gets across the front of Murty, just like Ronaldo did 5 minutes ago. Good run from Ronaldo. Watch the run of Giggs. He wants to get across Murty, does so, and from the 12-yard spot, snatches at the shot, and an easy save for Hahnemann.
Here's Lita chasing and trying to give his defenders a bit of a breathing space at the first point of effort, really, but more than that, and an opportunity for Reading maybe to take the lead in the free kick that he's won. Everyone back for Manchester United. Harper tries to play it in low, it hasn't come off for Reading, who are worried now about the Manchester United reactions. A sharp from defending to counter-attacking. Carrick, Giggs, looking for Tevez. Hunt trying to block, and Giggs and Rooney Wayne Rooney who actually forced the corner in the end.
Well, there's been some brilliant blocks this afternoon. None better than this one from Hunt to deny Rooney. Rooney was just measuring the goal up, and then Hunt literally dived at him, got the block in.
Variation on a corner theme by Manchester United. Giggs, defending by Murty. He thought one or two Manchester United players behind him might have been offside, and berated the assistant for not flagging. Convey, great pressing by Hargreaves, because actually Reading had some options if they could have switched it then quicker. And here's Tevez. Continues this end-to-end theme, and Rooney, and it continues with the shots not matching the approach play at both ends of the ground.
Well, there's still a long time to go in this game, but you just wonder if it's not going to be United's afternoon. Their approach work, excellent. Finishing really has lacked any conviction. Once again, Rooney on this occasion puts the ball well over the crossbar.
Seen less of Reading as an attacking force in the second half. Here's Shorey and Kitson. Worth a crack, and he got plenty behind it, Dave Kitson.
Worth a crack quite simply because Manchester United failed to close him down.
Murty won it from Ronaldo. Gets it back from Doyle. Well, we should point out in defence of the players that this ground does have rugby played on it as well, and it may be not quite the truest surface in the Premier League.
This is the attack from Manchester United. Rooney in possession, shoots, good save from Ingimarsson, but alert defending from Ingimarsson to deny Ryan Giggs. If he had gone asleep, surely Giggs would have pounced for United.
Ingimarsson with the header. Then Evra. Now Stephen Hunt. Doyle. Just made Vidic turn. Play it back to Van der Sar. So confident kicking with his left foot. Rooney. Juggling by Harper. A bit of stealing by Carrick. Shorey, but Ronaldo was coming up on the other side. Shorey was worried about defending against Tevez.
Well, when Michael Carrick dispossesses Harper, he runs 20 yards with the ball, and I think he's trying to play Tevez in here, overweights the ball, so Ronaldo gets on the end of it, and then once again he lacks composure. It's been an afternoon when Cristiano Ronaldo has had 5 chances, and I don't think he's hit the target with one.
He's such a perfectionist too. And Kitson. Oh, and Van der Sar uses that extraordinary reach of his. Lita had rather cleared a path for Dave Kitson.
Well, Ferdinand thinks he's fouled. Vidic certainly thinks he's fouled. Steve Bennett's not interested. But Van der Sar stays alive, and what a good opportunity that was for Kitson. Need to get a little bit more on it as he tried to lob the keeper.
Hargreaves, and just jogging outside Ronaldo. Plays it into Tevez, back for Ronaldo again. That's not coming off again for Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the took the lead over Arsenal last weekend when Arsenal dropped points at home to one of the lower sides in the league, Birmingham City. And Manchester United having a similar sort of problem here against the gung-ho Reading side, who are belying the fact that they've had a pretty wretched run in recent times. Convey. Lita backs his own strength against the defenders, but couldn't stay on his feet. And then there's a little flick out there from Ferdinand. Convey was abrasive with his challenge. Ferdinand didn't like it. It was an instant reaction. He flicked out a foot and now he's turned his back on Steve Bennett, which is a dangerous thing to do. He's a referee who's not shy of the big decisions. He sent Cristiano Ronaldo off at Portsmouth earlier this season.
It's an interesting one for Steve Bennett, because I don't think Ferdinand made contact with Convey, but the intent was there. Late challenge from Convey comes in. Watch the right foot. There it goes. No contact, but there was definite intention from Ferdinand.
It's a yellow card for both parties. Tevez, Brown, Ronaldo. And here's Hargreaves. Hunt got in the way of that and didn't flinch. Otherwise Hahnemann might be flying through the air again as he did in the first half. So Hargreaves' free kick.
He's certainly got himself into a position to make the block hunt. I can't quite work out what he was doing, actually the last man there.
Nani is the second change from the Manchester United bench. And so in Hargreaves, of course, hasn't played that much this season. A succession of injury problems. Only his 14th appearance for the club. He's joining from Bayern Munich. And Nani, another of the newcomers last summer. Going to be moved into this system of all attacking talents for Alex Ferguson. Looks like Giggs is going to play central midfield. Hunt, Lita, Convey. Brown under pressure. Manchester United have been under pressure. They've certainly made enough openings to suggest to Alex Ferguson that they're going to go on and win this game, but they've probably been thinking that since about 10 minutes in. It's still 0-0 and there are 20 minutes to go. What do you make of the switch, Trevor? Can you have too many attacking players on the field at one time?
No, I just think it's 1 for 1. Ryan Giggs has played in midfield. Not played in a 4-4-2 too often. He's been 1 of 3 in there. But it's a game that Manchester United have got total dominance. And what's been missing is that one player who's got the ability to stick the ball in the back of the net. And when you look around at the players here, they've certainly got enough at their disposal. They're obviously looking for Nani to provide that.
Oh, they've lost the Hargreaves touch at free kicks. And they've still got Ronaldo. Judging by the fact that Ryan Giggs is walking away from it, everyone knows what Ronaldo hopes is coming. And this extraordinary ability to bend his foot forward, point the toes downwards and strike through the ball. Goes into the wall. Pressure by Doyle, making Vidic play it back. Tevez. Giggs trying to take it on the burst. Tevez. Rooney. Standing it up. Where Murty makes a good defensive header and then urges himself and his fellow defenders out. But the Manchester United attackers, and there are so many of them, have to come out with him. Nani. Hahnemann didn't catch it at its highest point, but he caught it, most importantly for Reading. It's been a rousing confidence booster for Reading, whatever the final outcome, but they are in a position where pats on the back are okay, but points are what is required. They've got another 16.5 minutes or so to negotiate of this game. Then their next match is away at Chelsea. Games from which any return is a genuine bonus. Cisse. Now they're trying to get round the outside of Shorey, but running out of room. Touched on by Kitson. Vidic trying to curb Leroy Lita here. Hunt involved. Friskily as usual. Steve Bennett again. His positioning has been a definite factor in helping this match continue at such a flowing pace. It's a Reading corner. Hunt tries to flip it back in. This does Cisse. Headed out by Evra. Ingimarsson coming back to defend. Where Convey had taken up a station, allowing Ingimarsson to go forward. Shorey, it's a good ball because Hunt's got a bit of room here. Carrick. Giggs going out on the left again. I'm just trying to work out this Manchester United shape cover. The Reading fans are doing their very best to help their side resist all the switches from Sir Alex Ferguson. Here's Nani. Breaks for Tevez. Looks for Rooney. Brilliant flick. Wonderful goal for Manchester United. And their ability to find such a response when matches are a problem does mark them down as potential champions again.
Well, the finishing from United has been very ordinary, but there's nothing ordinary about this. Brilliant ball from Tevez. Rooney knew exactly where the goal was. Knew he didn't have time to have an extra touch. Takes it on the volley with the outside of his right foot. A quite brilliant finish from Wayne Rooney. That is skill at the highest level.
And Manchester United needed it, as Reading's resistance is finally broken here. After a real contest in the first half, Manchester United have really forced the shape of the game in the second half, but with each passing minute you wondered whether this might be one of those days, one of those rare days when they failed to score. Rooney himself has been off the mark with his shooting, but that is a sublime moment, and you feel that there could still be plenty more to come from the league leaders. Nani flashing his shot over. Well, Reading now have got to find a response. Alex Ferguson getting reward for upping even further the attacking potential in his team with his second half substitutes. And now Steve Coppell is thinking with a small amount of time left, can't see his side ship a second goal. Close to giving away a penalty here. It's given right on the edge as Giggs goes down.
Well, we all anticipated Giggs would go in the centre of midfield. He did that for about 2 minutes. The last few minutes he's been on the wide left position, his favourite position, attacking Ingimarsson very close to giving a penalty away. It was a typical Ryan Giggs run, one-on-one. That's what he relishes.
A ball not to the referee's liking, as well as Cristiano Ronaldo's. Inside the last 15 minutes of the game, it took Manchester United all that time to find a way past this pumped up, well-prepared Reading team today. Have not finished yet, but it almost would be if they can secure a second here. Ronaldo, an improbable angle. He says the ball was improbably wide because it was deflected, but referee Bennett doesn't see it that way. So Steve Coppell's response is to give a debut to Marek Matejovsky, an international from the Czech Republic, signed for just under £1.5 million earlier this month. He comes on for Bobby Convey. On a 3.5-year deal. He's joined Reading. They need him to make a pretty immediate impact. He's played 6 times for the Czech Republic, scored a goal against Germany. And Alex Ferguson's response is to slightly give a better balance to his midfield, taking off one of the attackers, Carlos Tevez, and giving Michael Carrick a sidekick in the centre of midfield again, which he hasn't really had since Owen Hargreaves went off, in the shape of Darren Fletcher. Harper. Brown and Ferdinand headed away from Manchester United. Shorey. Nani skips away from Matejovsky. Ronaldo. He's on the move again. Ronaldo wants another goal for his tally this season. He's certainly not been short of attempts, Trevor.
I've counted 7 this afternoon, and 7 have been off target.
He's not happy with himself. Eight minutes plus added time. Down by Vidic. Shane Long, so often used by Steve Coppell as a substitute. And come up with the goods from time to time with late cameos, but Leroy Lita has played his heart out today, trying to show that his heart is still with Reading Football Club. Corner thrown into the right area by Murty, where it's almost impossible to get a defensive head on it without conceding a corner, which Shorey will take. Cisse made that amazing clearance off the line, trying to force one over the line at the other end. Kitson, terrific run towards the near post. Oh, but they're 4 against 2. Well, they should have been 4 against 2. Matejovsky is He's allowed to get to a ball that he shouldn't have been able to reach. Head of Rooney. Well, this kick by Van der Sar. Harper. Evra. Guided off adroitly by Ronaldo. Gets it back from Rooney. Be some late pickings for Manchester United here, with Reading having to commit numbers forward, but they still got good shape defensively. Matejovsky's ball is a good one. Hunts. Pulled away by Vidic, collected by Ingimarsson. They're a courageous bunch, these Reading players. They need to dig deep here. And Doyle still having to work from the right-hand side.
I think it's his first attempt at the game. Doyle playing in an unfamiliar right-hand sided position, brought it across the goal onto his left foot, but like so many occasions this afternoon, the shooting has been really off target.
Rooney. Here's Nani. Michael Carrick looking to get into the box, and he did. And anything on target, and it would have been 2-0, you feel.
Well, having escaped the marking of Harper, brilliantly set up by Nani, Michael Carrick really should have done better. Put on a plate for him by Nani.
Still looking for his first away goal for Manchester United. He scored at Old Trafford against Reading. That was in the FA Cup last season. Ferdinand. Ronaldo couldn't control it. Here's Hunt. Matejovsky, nicely done. Shorey off Wes Brown. And Reading will load themselves into the Manchester United penalty area now. 4 minutes to go, a goal down. Harper to swing it in. What a touch from Ingimarsson. Kitson, good turn, fine cross. Cisse, it's Hunt, wouldn't drop for him. Shorey. Well, that was the wrong decision by Matejovsky, because Manchester United charge forward from that. Ronaldo, Rooney, Ronaldo, and Hahnemann continues Cristiano Ronaldo's frustrations today. Here's Kitson, trying to get Hunt on the burst. Mike Ferguson would be furious if Manchester United concede now, because they've had opportunities to wrap this game up, put it to bed. And the latest one for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, when they broke there on the counter-attack, they're running 3 against 1.
Ferdinand. Past Matejovsky, not past Hunt. And he's not on his feet, but it was a slip, says Steve Bennett. Shorey bounces towards Shane Long. Keeps Reading going with Hunt. Head down. And dispossessed by Brown. Rooney not switching off, and Ronaldo is offside. Capello's gone. I hope he was here when Rooney scored. Trying to see it out, but he recognised that Kitson would have kept it in. Murty. Harper. It's just deflected up off the Doyle. 90 seconds plus added time. Manchester United certainly know they've been in a game. Well, down on the United bench, they wanted that stop for handball, but Bennett decided not to. And here comes Harper. What a burst from midfield! And what a goal it would have been. The timing of the run, the timing of the moment in the match, but just the wrong side of the post.
And also the pass from Shorey, brilliantly taken by Harper. He knew he had to hit it early. He definitely beats Van der Sar and goes inches past the far post. Great pass that was, and what a run at this stage of the game from Harper, considering all the effort he's put into this game.
Those are the margins. Rooney's finish was of the highest order. Harper's was a very good effort, but wasn't quite enough for Reading. And here comes Doyle though. Kitson with him. Wonderful retrieving tackle by Michael Carrick. We've got 3 added minutes to go. Rooney. And now Nani. Swapped sides with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Before officials indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes additional time.
In fact, it's 4 minutes, and that's lifted Reading spirits even higher. And we've just seen Harper miss so narrowly. Doyle. Let's look down at the pitch. Which, as I say, may have been responsible for some of the off-target shooting in an extremely open game.
And just after that you saw an example of Manchester United's wastefulness in front of goal. Nani giving the ball away when 4 players were advanced to the ball.
They want to throw here, Reading. They know Murty can hurl it in. Not waiting for him, he's on his way to take it. Long. Kitson. It's an important touch, because otherwise Ronaldo had an opportunity to run from there with Nani for support. It's Murty. Here's Kitson, good movement from him. Back heel. Here's Long. 4 out to Manchester United again. Hahnemann will get there first, and Ferguson must be pulling his hair out there.
Well, it's criminal when you consider the players they've got to be continually giving possession away cheaply like they're doing. Just shouldn't happen.
Look at that from Giggs. Controlled by Long. Kitson. Murty with a diagonal, met by Brown. Nani Matejovsky in the air. Shorey. It's got to go in, really, you feel. Matejovsky, but a more considered approach from Reading here. Harper. Long. Got to a better angle for a cross. Hunt. Is a good cross too. Well defended by Vidic. Here's Murty. Smith kicked it. Now surely Manchester United will get the break right this time. Rooney's got to check, otherwise he'll be offside. But Ronaldo just runs past him. He can put it on a plate for Rooney, but he puts it in himself. He's had to wait for a while for the killer goal. It's come in stoppage time. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's been Cristiano Ronaldo today. He's got his goal, his 17th in the Premier League this season, his 23rd in all competitions, equaling his tally from the entire last campaign.
Well, I count this Ronaldo's 8th attempt on goal, and he's waited to the 94th minute to actually get one on target. The option was to give it to Rooney. He didn't need Rooney. One-on-one against Hahnemann. Just slots it down the left of Hahnemann into the corner of the net. And that, for Reading, is the game up. but it's been such a spirited performance from Reading. They really have contributed to what has been a quite outstanding game of football.
Here's Shorey. Kitson. Reading have tried everything. In the first half, they certainly got Manchester United rattled. Second half, more the way of the league leaders and defending champions. Had to wait until inside the last 15 minutes to find a breakthrough, and then into added time to put the final nail in the Reading coffin. But Alex Ferguson has got the points, despite some frustrations today. Reading have played with such heart for Steve Coppell to suggest that they will have enough over the last 3 months or so to get themselves out of this perilous position. But when you face Rooney and Ronaldo, if they don't get you at the start or in the middle, there's always a chance they'll get you at the end, and that's what's happened here today. Reading 0, Manchester United 2.
A match of rich entertainment at the Matejovsky, and Manchester United's 8th win in their last 9 Premier League games keeps them at the top. After the break, more action and drama in Match Choice.